And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're going to be doing a Scholar class quest, a level 45 class quest, and then we'll be working on MSQ. So let me bring on Minda and Danny. Let me unmute myself.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
How's it going?
Well enough.
Good to hear. Okay, so we're going to start with the level 45 Scholar quest. I think I've done level 40. Yeah, I did level 40 a couple streams ago. We'll do the level 45 Scholar quest, and then we'll work on MSQ.
Sounds good.
We bring chat back up. I should have told it to log in while I was doing my spiel.
That was weird. They gave you the loading screen and then they gave you the queue.
That happens quite a bit, but it usually doesn't. The loading screen doesn't usually last that long. I thought I was getting in without a queue.
Yeah.
At the very least, repeat is practically queueless.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen, so it must be some kind of weird console thing. Like the PlayStation starts to load the game before it, like, checks in with the server and realizes, oh wait, no, you're not allowed in just yet. Back of the line, asshole.
Alright, let's go for 789. Nope, 589. I've almost got 2 mil. After I won second place in a jumbo cactpot, I've got almost 2 mil.
Nice. Do you have a goalie down, Paul?
No, just accumulating for later purchases. I think there's a mount at 3 million or something, right?
4 million, yeah.
4 million.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm working towards that.
Yeah, I'm kind of working towards that with Bryn as well. I'm currently at 1.6 million. Although if I hadn't spent on other things, I'd probably have like over 3 million at this point.
You can buy the Cloud Strife Triple Triad card right now if you want.
How much?
God. $1 million.
1 million, yeah. I mean, I bought it. I've been collecting these things for like 2 years. Of course, I bought it.
I on my main, I literally own absolutely everything that you could possibly buy here. Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyer, I just saw your message in chat about wanting to show me your new glamours.
I missed 1, 2, 3.
Come to Limsa. It's the place to show glams anyway.
I'm chilling out next to the Aetheryte. I'll wait for you.
Can't believe I missed a 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I know. It feels so bad.
Yeah.
At one point, I missed a 1, 2, 3 because I went for a 987 and got it.
I missed a 1.
I don't know if that feels worse or not.
The worst one I remember one time was on all 3 cards there was a 789, but I missed all 3 of them because I was going for a 1, 2, 3 and didn't get any of them.
Ouch.
So I got a total of like 400 GP in that day, and I missed out on 10,000.
Ouch. That is a cool look, Kyer. I like it. That is a big ass.
Oh, I know.
Sword.
I know that outfit.
Oh yeah, that's.
Well, you'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I use the boots for it on my edgy samurai glam.
Oh yeah, I think I've used bits and pieces of that outfit ever since I got it.
That one's cool too. Nice Masamune.
Oh, that's something from Stormblood, clearly.
Cool. Let me zoom back out a little.
I think got a little bit more detail than the Masamune does.
And there's the bunny girl outfit. the fact that they made the bunny girl outfit gender neutral is one of the best additions to the game. Absolutely.
Yeah, right now the funniest thing is, like anything that can be equipped by both genders will just say like gender all, but anything that's limited will show gender and then the gender icon. But the bunny girl outfit, when they changed it to be gender neutral, they changed the gender description to gender all caps everyone exclamation mark.
I love it.
Yeah. They knew what they were doing. Cyborg Reaper.
So, Minda, just to make sure, this is the look you want in that potential art piece?
Yeah, because this is the thing I usually wear when we're doing group content.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like I usually like to go melee DPS, since you're our resident black mage. And so here we go.
Alright, so I do believe... let me look at the map. This way? To,
you can just teleport to the Marauder area.
I always forget I can do that.
Yeah, we want to go to the Marauders Guild.
Let's see Alka.
Yo, Alka-Seltzer, what's up?
I love Alka-Seltzer. He's great.
Good to see you, Lore. I have made yet another discovery which pertains to you and your scholarly arts. I have come into possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional raiments of Nimian scholars. In fact, the extraordinary detail of these illustrations, coupled with information gleaned from other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it is impossible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eorzea's preeminent artisans, so that we might recreate these garments. Should they prove sufficiently authentic, I expect your fairy will regain more of her missing memories. In the hands of a preeminent weaver, say Master Redolent Rose of Sunsilk Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. But you cannot journey to Ul'dah until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My texts explicitly mention that the plant's pigments were used to dye Nimian uniforms. Alas, direwort is much rarer than it was in the days of yore. It can only be found in the fog fens now. Lest you think I mean to make you do all the work, worry not. While you scour Mordona for the plant, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help, though I doubt it will require much effort. Oh yeah, I had new skills that I needed to slot in my hotbar. Hang on.
Yep.
Actions and traits. Stuff I got. Ether flow and energy drain.
Yeah.
I think you got lustrate as well.
Lustrate appears to be grayed out, so I think that's what I get from the level 45 class quest.
Oh, okay.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Alright, so Ether Flow restores 20% of maximum MP. Ooh.
Yep.
Additional effect Ether Flow 3, which fills the gauge, right?
Yep. And then you use the gauge on Energy Drain and Lustrate.
Yes. Energy Drain is a pretty weak attack, but you can weave it between your other spells. So.
Oh, it's instant cast. I see.
Yeah,
it's instant cast and it's off cooldown, which means you can just like throw it out anytime in between your other spells.
Lustrate is also off cooldown, so you can you can throw that between other spells.
Yep. And then you get more abilities that use the Ether Gauge later.
Okay, where do I want to slot it?
Probably want all of them on their own little 4-button corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be nice.
Oh, I've got sprint on my set 1. I don't need sprint on my set 1.
Yeah, no, you don't.
We'll do Ether Flow, L2, L2 triangle, and energy drain L2 square.
Yeah.
No, that's auto attack. L2 circle.
You don't need auto attack on your bar either.
Yeah, no, I'm saying auto attack was L2 circle. I'm replacing that.
That's weird. And then you can, and then once you get Lustrate, you can add that to your L2 as well.
Yeah.
In my in my Savage raids, when we did the first tier, before our Black Mage and Red Mage swapped, the Black Mage had a point of every little bit of damage helps in Savage raids, so they would use set auto attacks to run, even though they're on a Black Mage, and every now and then you just hear bonk in the middle of a massive fight, and the absolute funniest moments where
oh, it's purple leather.
Purple leather's fun.
Yeah, you'd hear the bonk, and then a massive, with an exclamation mark and underline font to show that it was a critical direct hit.
15 damage.
One damage.
One damage.
Critical direct hit, and it was still 1 damage.
No, here's the funniest thing about auto attack. I did not learn this until like just the other day. So, yeah, everybody has an auto attack, even the casters, which is kind of pointless, but it's there. So you've got 3 different casters, right? You've got the Black Mage who uses a staff. You've got the Red Mage who uses a rapier, which is like the only of the 3 of them, the only one that's like actually a fucking weapon. And then you've got the Summoner who's got
people with a staff.
You know, you can bonk people with a staff, but like not a Black Mage staff. Like a Black Mage staff has like a whole ornate like dress on the end. You're not supposed to hit somebody with a ceremonial staff with a glass bauble on the end of it. You know, whatever. Red Mage has the rapier, which is the only actual weapon, and then Summoner has a goddamn book. Here's the funny thing: the Summoner auto attack does the most damage of the 3 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
By like a wide margin. Like Black Mage usually does 1 or 2 damage. Red Mage, when it's like at level, will do like 10 to 15 damage, and then the Summoner on attack will do like 100 damage or so. It's like, what the?
Wow.
What is that book made of?
Are they thwacking it with the book or casting a spell?
Yeah, they're thracking people with the book.
My static members were gathered around a striking dummy, testing out like the damage they could do with the casting and healing jobs. Bonk, bonk, bonk. It's like comparing. Then I came along, did smacked it, and did a bunch, like 5 times as much damage as them, and they're like, "Whoa, how do you do that?" And then they were like, then they noticed I was holding a frying pan. The crafters do more metaphysical melee damage than the healers or the casters.
Yeah, now that actually makes sense.
That's funny.
Have you seen the Black Mage arms? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Of course, a blacksmithy hammer will fuck you up.
All right, minion roulette for the day. We've got Fledgling Dodo.
It's just one of the responses was just like, "That's so mean."
Now that one actually makes sense, though.
For a cook?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Malboros.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen Tangled, haven't we?
There's my ruin. Oh, pixel out. I got out of the way of that. Alright, note to self, run towards the Malboros when they start that prep.
Didn't we learn this lesson while we were leveling the other day?
Yes, we did.
I missed.
Alright, Pixel, come on out.
It takes 2 healers ages to get rid of all those things.
Alright. Too older! Loreweaver's Guild.
Hi, kitty.
Hi, kitty.
Alright, you can sit in the chair while I go to the bathroom. 1 second.
I suppose you do have a rather scholarly air about you. I've been expecting you, Lore. Have you the leaves in Alcazolco's designs, then? Well learned and well dressed. I've still got this fucking burlap sack from the first stream a year ago.
Contains something soft. That's not the poop bag, is it?
No. It's like feed or something.
Because I know there's one where you're moving manure for someone.
I don't think it's that one. Crafting ribbons that have not been seen in 1,500 years. This is indeed a daunting challenge. But it is one I suspect I will enjoy a great deal, for rare is the day a weaver revives ancient fashion. I shall begin at once. You may observe if you like, but be aware it will be a lengthy process. Just pass out snoozing while he does this. It has been some time since I labored with such intensity. You were making blueprints, Redolent Rose. I adhered to Alcazolco's design as best I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with textiles and weaving led to what I can only assume are errors. You will note that I could only complete the culottes. This is because the other garments require skills which I do not possess. Mistresses Serendipity and Geva of the Goldsmiths and Leatherworkers Guilds, respectively, can provide the finishing touches to the remaining pieces. But you were unaware that I could not craft the full set by myself, weren't you? Very well. I shall send word to them on your behalf, Lore. You will need only visit each guild and present to them my unfinished work. Goldsmith is here in Ul'dah, but the Leatherworkers in Gridania, I believe. Yes? Danny?
Oh, sorry. Goldsmith is here. What was the other one?
Leatherworkers in Gridania, right?
Correct.
Goldsmith. Oh, there's an Aetherite right at the Goldsmiths Guild. You tried any other classes besides the Black Mage related one? I have Dark Knight at level 50. I'm doing a level 45 Scholar quest right now. And I've got Dragoon at level 50. I did 30 levels of Pugilist to unlock Monk. I haven't done anything with Monk since, though I'll probably do class quests for Monk at some point. Like, the stuff I've been doing so far has been leveling a class off stream and doing its class quests on stream. So Pugilist will probably be up there, or Monk will probably be up there.
I'd assume at some point you'd be interested in seeing the story for all of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're going to do that. Just, you know, doing a bit at a time. Greetings, Lore. Red said you'd be along shortly. So, let's see that mortar board. Okay, hang on. Oh my god, it is a bag full of manure. Oh no!
You've been carrying around a pile of shit for over a year.
Okay, today we are completing that quest and getting it out of my inventory.
I don't know how it's still warm.
It's magic shit. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. This shouldn't take long. Wait here a moment. You guys are the ones that told me to stop doing side quests. Shut up, Danny. Listen, I'm going to blame this on everybody who told me to stop doing every side quest and just do MSQ. This shouldn't take long. Wait here a moment. Here it is, as promised. Amazing what a difference a mithril tassel can make, isn't it? Wear it with pride, Lore. Now, off you go, and be sure to enjoy your time in Gridania. To Gridania.
I love all the people still wearing their Tonberry outfits in town.
You guys showed me pics of penis tonberries, but they didn't have purple heads. They had peach heads. And I think that's pretty inaccurate. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have started this line of conversation.
Alright, Lore, restart the stream. We're done. We need to do over.
Jesus. Alright, leaving that topic of conversation behind.
Hi, Teddy!
Howdy, folks.
Hi, Teddy!
I sure hope you weren't discussing anything very funny.
Oh, God.
I think Frey wants out.
Oh, shut up, Teddy. She's staying right where she belongs. Ah, Lore, the woman who would single-handedly revive the scholarly arts. No, I've got Alka-Seltzer helping me. All right, then. Show me what you've got. Yes, Frey is in Horny Jail. That is where she is being held captive. Master Rose's work...
The Horny Jail inside Lore's brain.
We've all got one of those.
Yeah.
Master Rose's work is marvelous, as to be expected. This will be a pleasure. There you go. One pair of fingerless buffalo leather gloves. Perfect for the scholar who prefers that her protection does not come at a cost to dexterity. Oh, the boots? Billy will see to those. He's an expert cordwainer, so you needn't worry about the quality. Besides, I've already spoiled you by making your gloves for free. Alright, Belly. You're the scholar, yes? I've been instructed to assist you. If you would please let me see Master Rose's work. Sanctferum says, Frey is only horny for violence. Luckily, penis tonberries carry little penis knives.
I'm sorry. What?
Have you not seen the penis tonberries, Steady?
Oh, you're talking about people that are like using the Tonberry outfit and dyeing it like flesh tone. I see. I get you.
Also, I do believe manure can be used to make explosives, so we're 2 for 2 for Frey right now.
This craftsmanship is amazing. I cannot wait to get started. Here you are, madam, made with the finest boar and buffalo leather, in accordance with Alka-Seltzer's designs, which are very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the completed set. I know I would be, had I gone to such great lengths. You want to surprise him by wearing the garments when next you meet him. Alright, before we leave fucking Gridania, we're taking care of this quest. Do I still have the nose? The nose, yes. To Nolan L.
Fucking Gridania, does this have to do with those penis Tonberries?
No, we just discovered that Law has been carrying around a sack of manure for the last year and a half.
Wait, hang on. If I abandon the quest, does the manure disappear from my inventory?
Yes.
Oh, fuck it, I'm getting rid of it.
You probably don't need. You probably don't need to keep most of those North Shroud ones there. They're all level 5 random quests. You do realize you've come to Giva for a major favor.
Oh, I just dumped a pile of manure on her floor, didn't I?
The warrior of life.
I think manure is actually used in leatherworking to like treat leather, so maybe she'll appreciate it.
I am running away. Oh god, this has been a stream and we're only half an hour in. Jesus Christ.
One of the funniest streams in a while.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh god.
Oh.
God fucking damn it. Wait, why is Alka-Zolka not letting me... Lord, but
You
your
actually have
turn.
to put on. You actually have to. Equip
Oh, I have to wear it.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
The fairy thing is basically a minion that casts healing magic on allies and stuff, and is the center of an AoE spell or two.
Yeah, it gives supplementary healing and it also acts like a focus for other spells.
By the gods, I feel as though I have been transported backwards through time, in spite of your incredibly modern jacket.
And your lack of a hat.
You are the very image of the Nimian scholars of Eld. Well, minus the gown, but still. Never in my wildest dreams did I think it would turn out this well. You spoke of a gown. Can I have the gown? Ha! I see you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say, we can consider this a great success.
Skate actually looks quite good, doesn't you?
I'll send you a picture of what the hat is supposed to look like.
Alright, let's see. Oh.
Yeah, it's a graduation cap. It's a common theme with... a common theme with scholar gear is that, like, their hats usually look like scholar caps, or like, graduation caps.
And they usually come with...
Suddenly, I'm glad I'm a Vieira.
Okay. Yeah. They also usually come with glasses that you can toggle to appear on and off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing the level 60 set right now, which does not have the graduation cap. It has, like, the steampunk top hat. And in fact, the monocle is adjustable. The monocle can be on and off. Like, if you zoom in on my face, you can see that that's not the right button. You can see that I can toggle the monocle.
That's cute. I like that. That's such a silly little detail that you can't see in 99.9% of circumstances, but I like that they did it.
Yeah.
Wait, I just completed a quest. Why do I have another quest with him? That wasn't the level 40 quest, was it?
That was the level 45. This happened with Black Mage too.
There are two at level 45. I thought it was two at level 50.
There are always two quests at level 45. One where you gather up a bunch of gear, and one where you actually do something with it.
Okay. Yes, I forgot to mention that while I was awaiting your return, I made considerable progress with the deciphering of my Nimian tablets. Much of what I have learned until now has pertained to the roles of scholars within the military. However, these latest texts offer insight into a scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particularly stirring account describes their selfless efforts to combat the spread of a virulent plague which at one point threatened to engulf all of Nim. Naturally, they did so with the aid of their fairies, which is why I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to further awaken your winged companion. If you are of a mind to test my theory, why not journey to Camp Bronze Lake? You will find no shortage of the sick and wounded there. Rukusa Farusa would doubtless welcome your services were you to offer them. He presides over the Warm Wine Sanatorium, so be sure to have a word with him if you decide to go. Is optimal, okay. For your fellow man, to Camp Bronze Lake.
It's interesting that all of the A Realm Reborn jobs are like, yeah, now that you're level 45, time to go get your gear, you know?
Yeah.
You don't get to look like a scholar until you're most way through the scholar quest. Wait, where am I going?
And it's always you get all of the gear except for the chest piece, which is like the main part that actually makes you look like a scholar.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
So it just looks horribly mismatched until you get the final piece.
Yeah, then they had in the Realm Reborn they introduced like recolored versions that were stronger, which then got added to the level 50 just for free. As a result, you get the level 50 chest piece at the same time as getting the level 50 absolutely everything, including a better chest piece.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part, glamours weren't added into the game until like 3 patches into A Realm Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it wasn't even for glamours. It was just immediately obsolete.
Yep.
Yep.
That's weird.
And then then you didn't have like a glamour plate kind of system for a very long time either. Like late Heavensward, I think. Which
You had
before
to
that
manually one by one.
you had to keep the gears that you wanted to glamour into on you,
Oof.
Yeah.
and you didn't have as much inventory space as you do now.
Anyway.
Hello, and welcome to Bronze Lake. If you desire treatment, Pardon, you wish to administer treatment? Are you even qualified to... Wait, you must be Lore, the Scholar. We are happy to accept any assistance you can provide. I am told you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the springs who would benefit from an oiling. Pray attend to these individuals and return to me when finished. Remember Godbird? He's right over there.
There's a cat on the roof above you.
The Makote perch.
He
He likes to be tall.
This used to be an introduction to the like back in A Realm Reborn. Every healer had a different a different spell that worked like Essener. So White Mage had Essener, but Scholar had leeches.
Oof.
But then Essener got standardized into a rollout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine by me.
My lungs, I can breathe again. Bless you, miss. Bless you. If only it were that easy for me.
Mood.
Ugh, fucking asthma sucks.
You better go revive a dead art.
Sleep apnea. I don't breathe in my sleep.
I have that too, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, honestly,
My
like...
roommate does, and he has like a machine to help him out.
Yeah,
CPAP
CPAP
machine.
machine.
Yeah, I've got that.
Why is this bro buck naked? Look at this man. He doesn't even have textures on him. He's just a naked, textureless bro.
Oh, trust me, he has underwear.
Yeah,
I
Rook can be very pale.
Yeah, the underwear just blend in because he's in the water.
I'm glad my joke landed.
I mean, it fits with the rest of the stream.
Huh? What the? Why'd you have to go and do that? Oh, bugger. Now they'll take me wine away. Alright, well, you're welcome.
Honestly, like, in magical worlds like this, it's always, like, the mundane cures that would be the most, like, life-changing for society. Like, yeah, sure, you can throw... Yeah, sure, magic exists to let you throw fireball, lightning bolts and shit. And that's all cool and whatever, but
here's my spell of cure asthma.
Magically and instantly cure asthma.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like that.
I'm going to assume that it was just like enough relief for like their body to cope for a little while, but it didn't get rid of the condition altogether.
Yeah, I mean,
We've changed that man's life. That's what I believe.
I mean, what we know lore-wise is that healing magic doesn't just like stitch up wounds. What it does is it accelerates natural healing beyond usual mortal limits.
Could you imagine if so like Danny and Minda know that like the tribal quests, especially in later expansions, are kind of, a combat one, a crafting one, and a gathering one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Could you imagine if one of the expansions they were like, okay, here's the healer, the tank, and the DPS tribal quests, and then here's the crafting.
I shall cure the Amulja's asthma epidemic.
The Realm Reborn tribes could really use the help, probably.
You've set me free. I no longer feel his eyes upon me. Alright, well that was a little weird. What the? Hello? Oh, hi. Hello.
I'm hitting with a stick. I'm under leveled health. Thank you.
only just this week I finally unlocked the Moogle Tribal Quest.
Nice.
There's a Moogle tribal quest?
In Heavensward, yeah.
Huh.
It's annoying. It's the hardest beast tribe to unlock because it's not immediately obvious from a blue quest. With every other tribal quest, like you just need to like find the blue quest somewhere in the world and do it. But to unlock the Moogles, you have to go on this. I think it's a 20 quest long chain.
And they have like 3 different starting points.
Yeah, it's even worse than that because for the first like third of that quest chain, you have to like follow this one Moogle around as he just like wanders around Zenith, like trying to help people. And
it's the same with like the Stormblood crafting one and the Shadowbringers crafting one.
I mean, at least there's a blue quest that you can like look for and see. It's there's a blue quest that will unlock something.
Not until you've done its requisite quests.
Because I could have sworn I saw that quest sitting out there.
Because you have to do a whole long quest chain for the Stormblood one that is not blue at all, and it's like, oh, okay, I had to look it up.
Anyway, the worst part about the Moogle quest is that this guy just like wanders around the zone, and so you kind of have to like just know where to find him in order to like continue the quest from one stage to the next. So like I just looked up on the guide. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, I've done over 640 Moogle quests. I don't know why I have that many Koopa nuts.
Good lord. What's this warmth? Did you do that? I thank you, whoever you are. Last patient this away. Moogle Quest unlock density and length is so bad they had to appease the players by adding a Moogle tribe quest where you can slap Moogles.
I'm pretty sure they did change it so that the quests to unlock the Stormblood and Shadowbringers quests are blue, so you can at least like find them on the map and start them.
Maybe it
was because I just stumbled across the Stormblood one because I saw it was a blue quest. I picked it up.
I remember having to do a whole long quest line to unlock the Stormblood one.
Yeah, it is a long quest, but it was a blue quest. I distinctly remember this, but like I also did this recently, so like
they might have.
It's very likely that this was not the case when you had to do it.
Yeah, there's one thing that I really like about the Moogle quest line is that they introduced a concept that literally every following beast tribe used, in that progressing through them drastically changes the environment that they're in.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Huh? What did you do? You took something from me. Something bad. I don't know what you did, but I'm glad you did it. Thank you. There's another corrupted ether thing. Yes.
Oh, this person has a tapeworm when your fairy just goes down their throat, grabs it, and pulls it.
And I hit it. Bye.
Block it. Run away.
Oh, do you want to know a fun fact, Lore, that you might find amusing?
Okay.
They used to distinguish between, like, the elements of damage that you dealt.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And even the physical damage was, like, blunt, piercing, and slashing.
Oh, that's dumb.
So the sources of blunt damage were Monk, and then the auto attack of Scholar, Arcanist, and Summoner. Because they smoke with their books.
Yeah, there used to be synergy between jobs as a result. Like Dragoon had an effect that would allow piercing damage to do more. As a result, back then, pretty much all comps had to sort of coordinate what their damage type was for for high level content.
See, I
So
can see why they'd think that was a good idea. It's a cool concept, but I imagine it played miserably.
Yeah, they removed it for Shadowbringers, saying they didn't want that kind of job synergy. And of course, people completely completely misunderstood what they were saying. But when they said they don't want synergizing jobs, when they were like, "Well, Dancer gives buffs to everybody," like that's the synergize. Like that's not what they meant. They meant with specific other jobs, not
That's also
literally everybody.
that's also not synergy. That's just the class functioning. It doesn't do anything special when combined with specific jobs.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, like World of Warcraft is terrible about that. Like every single patch, there's a new flavor of the month best class because like the balance just works out in such a way that like okay, you're either going into high level content with this composition of players or you're losing.
Yeah,
Those are the options.
Especially with how they scale higher level content.
Yeah, whereas in Final Fantasy XIV, the gap of power is so minuscule between jobs that literally any composition is completely viable.
That's how you should balance a game. It does lead to a bit of homogenization, but it also adds diversity, so it evens out.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I feel like
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What you did for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Teach me the spell of cure asthma. Their commanding officers will be pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Alka-Seltzer have my deepest thanks, Lord. All right, back to Limsa. Bless you. Bless you again. Want to go for 3? Make a wish?
Yeah.
and I can't speak on whether or not the Endwalker quests to unlock the crafting tribe were blue or not, because I did them before they became the crafting tribe required quest.
Ah, lore. Rakusa Farusa tells me that your potent magics exceed all expectation. Had a good time, did you? I thought you might. It warms my heart to see the two of you making such great strides, and it reminds me that I must work harder to see that I am not left behind. For the nonce, I will resume deciphering the Nemean tablets. Though they have yielded an immense quantity of information on the scholarly arts, I remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactical information. Alright, Lustrate is... it's a hefty heal, instant, but costs Ether Flow. Alright. So I gotta weave Ether Flow into Lustrate every few casts.
No. Ether Flow is a 1-minute cooldown. So basically, you want to cast Ether Flow every time it's cooldown, and then you have 60 seconds to spend it however you want, and then repeat.
Okay, cool.
I just picked something up for you.
Okay, well let me add Lustrate to my hotbar. And then I will see what you've got.
Yeah, so someone was giving away a minion, so I picked it up for you.
Oh, cool. Lustrate. We've got Resurrection in 2 places, so let's put Lustrate. We got Whispering Dawn in 2 places as well. Let's put Lustrates on L2 square. Alright, what you got?
I also picked up a music orchestrion role from the dungeon that we went to last time, so there you go.
Cool. Otter. Cute.
That is cute.
There's a version of it that's wearing like a tropical print like button down called a broader otter.
Yep.
Can we get one in Alka-Zolko's outfit that's a marauder otter?
God, I wish.
Okay. Well, back to Black Mage and on to the MSQ.
Oh, you should summon it just to see what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Minions. Otter is where? Ah, there it is. Oh, it's a cute little guy. That's a cute little guy. Oh, he's looking up at me. That's very cute. We'll keep the otter out for the rest of the stream. Alright, back to Mogholm.
Should probably add each other to party then. I'll get Minder in as well.
And invite Milena.
Sounds good. Although, depending on what Milena's level is, it might affect our experience.
Oh, true. Well, what level are you, Milena? Alphino's got the quest, but there's a blue quest right here. Margaret
if I join...
she's 62, no worries.
Is
if I join you
Margaret
guys, I'll have to... Okay.
Ether Current quest? Yes, it is. I'll pick that up. Margaret is in desperate need of a bath.
I think that's part of the chain to, I know that's an ether quest, right?
Yeah, that's just an ether quest.
Have you ever bathed in the waters to the northeast? Of course not, because a gang of burly Hropkins has been attacking any who goes near them, Kupo. If you were kind enough to slay a few, that might scare them away, giving me time for a dip in the waters. That's a little selfish of you, Margaret. I assume that's on the way to the next objective, so I'll pick up the Alphino quest. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Voice quest? Or cutscene? Alphino, Lore, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplo Kop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends, and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Well, about that, I think I've been ineligible for that for a little while.
Excommunicated.
Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Cress Velger awaits.
This big dragon shot a laser at me and popped my light pool floaties and said swim really loud in my brain.
Warrior of light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Astinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Oh, don't I know it, Condescena. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on him. Alright, let's see. Slay the Malcolm Stones, the main quest. Where is the Slay Hopkins quest? Oh, hang on, I've got to trade. That's a pet and a wind-up Shiva. Cute. Okay. Thank you, IGU.
Oh, if I join you, I'll have to look into bringing my lowest job.
A
How does level 90 sound?
Saw that coming.
Alright, so Bathing Bully is over there. Okay. Bonnie use. Oh, I can't do it while I'm on a mount, can I?
Nah.
And wind up Shiva. Ooh.
I forgot where the wind-up Shiva comes from. Is it the extreme version of her fight?
It's crafted using materials from that, yeah.
Ah.
You can also get it in like Heaven and High sacks.
Yeah, I think I got it from some random source like that before.
You can probably also get it from like a material chest.
Mm-hmm.
Enough talk. Let us leave this risible place behind us.
How about you?
I considered making that joke, but I've made it way too many times recently. We have tarried. We have tarried over long. Let us forge ahead as swiftly as we may, lest Ishgard bear the brunt of the Horde's fury. The closer we come to Hres Velger, the higher my spirits rise. But is it I who am elated, or Saint Shiva?
Sorry, Azal, I didn't mean to force a Chocobo's butt in your face.
Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go.
Justinian looked at Danny, Minda, and I and was like, enough talk.
To get honor of your warrior of light, you have to be riding your favorite mount, the giraffe. Ooh.
Oh no.
Why would you ride a demon around?
There, now the party's good composition.
Hell yeah!
There we go.
As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hres Velger's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Assad. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. See, you say that, Count Bob, but I'm actually planning to commission art of my Warrior of Light and Minda and Danny as a stream start background for Final Fantasy streams.
I was actually like, I've been considering doing a drawing myself where it's law just like in like a dramatic running pose like to adventure with holding a chibi version of Bryn just by the neck as he flails around. but my idea was also like the background would be various places that we've been through the adventure, like Thanalan, Gridania, Lenosha, Carthus, and when we got to Carthus, Bryn's skin would have gone blue, and Law's face would have just dropped into a frown.
I get it, Lore. I'm small potatoes.
I'm sorry, Denny.
It's all good.
Come back and play with us.
What I've been trying to do, have you noticed?
Come play with us, Teddy. Come play with us. It's funny because my name's Danny.
You aren't thinking of heading towards Asa, are you? Best watch yourself if you are. Archaeosaurs stalk the road looking for an easy meal. If only someone could drive them away, Kupo. Oh, you seem the type for dragon hunting. Why don't you slay 3 of the Archaeosaurs and open the road back up for Moogle traffic? Once the deed is done, let Mogmont and Asa know. Alright, we've got Zenith, Roadkill, Bathing Bully to the east.
Yeah, we can. What we can probably do with these is.
Yeah, we want to hang right first and do the green one.
Yeah,
because that's the most out of the way.
We can probably do the prerequisites and then ignore handing it in until after we've finished the zone stuff and then teleport back.
Yeah, at the very least, like there's an ether current at Zenith, so like once we attune to that, then we can just do whatever quest turn-ins we need to do.
Yeah.
I have found mobs.
That's how I.
Alright, ready? We've got 3 tanks in the party. I will draw 0 aggro. Oh, hey, we can kill our Chaosaurs here as well.
Convenient.
Before Shadowbringers, Black Mage had to actually mitigate their own aggro, right? In a lot of circumstances to keep from stealing the tank.
A lot of jobs all had ways to lower the aggro that they had. I still remember good.
We're normally the archers found.
Pardon?
The only reason why we're finding Archosaurs right now is because they're in a fate.
Yeah.
Normally they don't spawn right here, but we just happen to find a fate. Let's just finish the fate because it's free XP.
I remember it at point.
Elderly man reminiscent. An Akiobar.
Level 25 D&D character, lamenting the fact that nothing gives him EXP anymore.
That's when he starts subclassing.
That's true.
Level up.
Well, that or there's the tragedy of, you know, I just picked feats every ability score improvement, so none of my ability scores are high enough for me to do other classes.
Wait, you kept picking feats? What are you?
I mean, you see, yeah, damn it,
This is 3.5.
I was about to make the same joke, Danny.
Did you clear out the Archaeosaurs? Yes. The ones blocking the road? Yes. Why are there still all these Archaeosaurs in the road? You didn't specify which road.
Oh.
Whoops.
You just said the road.
Oh. What?
Now we can backtrack and swing north on the road.
What on earth does today imply about Lore's character?
You guys have left me in the dust, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
guessing as to where to go.
Just follow us.
Yeah, about that. Oh, hey, a road.
You can see the dots on the mini-map. You can see our dots on the mini-map, it's fine.
Oh, that
We've
was
had
an easy kill. All right. Well,
We
wow,
had
they're
a-
both dead. All right.
Ice Dragon and Moss Dragon. How disappointing must it be to grow up and discover you're a Moss Dragon?
Most rules, though.
Aha. Now I will go ahead.
Yeah, about that.
God damn.
Bye.
No, you
You're
make a
supposed to say
compelling
that
argument.
after you pass me.
Meow.
Evolving into Leafeon when you can become Glaceon? Well, Leafeon's better than Glaceon in every conceivable way. I'd rather
Imagine
be a
if
Leafeon
they'd gone
than
more of a
Glaceon.
Jolteon route for Glaceon.
Being all
Like
spiky.
ice or something, yeah.
And then there's poor Vaporeon, ruined by the internet.
Oh.
What do you mean? Vaporeon's interesting to me because it's like the only evolution that just kind of does its own thing.
Oh, that was a surprise Moss Dragon. All right.
There are in fact two surprise dragons, but I think I killed the one before you even noticed it.
Yeah, poor Flareon. My favorite type, and it's probably
Okay,
the worst.
Flareon's actually gotten some legs up recently.
Really? How so?
It's got a better move pool. That's mostly it. Most of Flareon's problems were that its move pool wasn't very good.
Yeah,
And
it's
now
like
it's-
physical stats and I had nothing but special or something.
Yeah, and now it's about as good as, like, you know, Leafeon and Glaceon, etc. when it comes to, like, viability.
There's also a, you can see it right behind the quest. There's another,
Ether
wild
current,
ether
yep.
current.
I'll grab that in a sec. Is that someone from below? How did you get past the Archaeosaurs infesting the road? Well, about
We
that.
ignored them.
We ignored them, yes. What? Mogsy asked you to slay them for him? It's just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. We've barely been able to venture outside of Asa for fear of being attacked. Now, thanks to you, the roads are just a little safer, Kupo.
Reference. Hello, friends.
The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious. Most curious. Justinian, you got any grumping for me?
Our friends are here, also Estinian.
Ha! Never would I have believed that so much land lay hid above the clouds. Dravania is not as I imagined it. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I am all but certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. The southwest. That way.
It's actually very visible. It's nice.
Oh, yeah. There she is. Cool.
The dragon was like, please, I need a statue of my dead girlfriend.
Am I blind? I can't see it.
I vored her, and now I can't lay eyes on her anymore. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Well, that may be our fault. Alright, what did I get? Titanium mail of fending. I have to pick one of these. Curious of maiming. Jacket of striking. Jacket of scouting. Man, Jacket of scouting is the odd one out. Striking, maiming, fending, scouting.
It's for ninjas.
Yeah, my deepest hope for the next expansion is that we get a second scouting job, because the fact that there's just the one bugs me.
I'm assuming we're going to, since this expansion gave us a second maiming job. So
Yeah. We're currently estimating that we'll either get a casting job and an aiming job, or a casting job and a scouting job.
Mm-hmm.
So should I grab this Dark Knight garb, or just grab the Allian silver pieces?
Whatever you want, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
if you're ever hurting for gear, one of us can probably craft you stuff anyways.
Yeah.
Fretful about the weather. We may have a small problem, Kupo. Dragon Tempest. It's Tarkir all of a sudden. When the winds are high like this, Resvelger invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down.
But we want the wind, it's an ether current.
Walk up to the ether current and it just fucking disappears. Alright, come on. There we go. Look at these Chungus dragons.
This game has really interesting aesthetics for the dragons. I can't think of any game where, like, they've got designs quite like this.
Yeah, it's really interesting how this game goes for, like, not quite anime, but not quite realistic. It's just, like, heavily stylized. Not heavily stylized, but, like...
Yeah, like, it's closer to realistic than anime, despite what World of Warcraft fans keep calling it an anime game.
Listen, it's so funny to me when, not all World of Warcraft fans, but, like, the most, like, I wouldn't say obsessive, but, like, negative of them will be like, ugh, it's like an anime game, and you can be a furry in it, and I'm just pointing at World of Warcraft like,
the war game.
but you can be a funny cartoon. Like,
Yeah,
that's
well,
a cartoon game, and you
yeah,
can
it's
be
like my
a funny
favorite is
little
the-
animal.
Yeah, my favorite is they're all like, Final Fantasy is such an anime game. I'm like, motherfucker, 2 expansions ago, like, a demon stabbed the planet with a giant sword the size of a moon. Fuck off with complaining about this game being too anime for you.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
I've seen
Like,
ones-
to be fair.
I've seen some of them call it cartoony and just like, what?
That's-
World of Warcraft is World of Warcraft.
Yeah, going with cartoony, that's even worse. It's like,
They
have you
call
looked at an orc?
Yeah, World
I
of
have.
Warcraft.
I'm
World
looking
of Warcraft.
thoroughly at the orcs.
World of Warcraft started the concept of calling characters toons because of its cartoony art style.
Which is fun.
Oh,
you
is
know?
that where that
it's
comes
really,
from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was basically when World of Warcraft first came out, EverQuest players were like, ugh, World of Warcraft looks like a cartoon. And World of Warcraft characters are like, okay, yeah, here's my toon.
Yeah, we're toons. Our characters are toons now.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's
I
charming.
never knew that. Who can say when the weather will turn? I have a mind to make camp. And now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Resvelga. I must be patient. The fates make mock of us, to be so close. This should do nicely, Koopa. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes.
He's so proud of himself.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this little rich kid. He went camping for the first time and he's like, I'm awesome at this.
I'm an outdoor. I went camping once, and now he's an outdoorsman. I love it.
Oh.
It's like it's actually very sweet. I kind of.
Yeah, you gotta love the cute little lordling.
Clear our minds. 'Tis Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Lore, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. You know what? Fair. Alright, where the hell did you go, Alphino?
Master Alphino's Atlas quest for firewood is like to get him killed. I suggest you follow the boy and see what happens to him.
Going to change. There are 2 directions to go. Okay. I guess I will follow Minda. I will not follow Minda because he's already out of sight. Ah, there we go.
It's the Chocobo Parade.
Man, I wish Path of Exile gave you an option. It gives you an option for random portals, but I wish it gave you an option for random pets every time you loaded a zone. That would be fun. Oh, it's an end. Hello, End.
Oh, he found firewood. Unfortunately, the firewood also found him.
Ah,
I have developed the ability to chop wood just by looking at it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Sorry, I had that one recently and I felt like using it.
Oh, that was evil of you.
Yeah.
Dang,
I
that
do.
Minecraft like leveling system is wild, huh?
Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Is that a fate inside our campsite?
It's just very close to it.
Excuse me.
Don't worry about it.
I still find it funny that like during the the build up to the Ifrit quest, so you're like level 18, there's a chance of a level 50 S rank hunt spawning right next to Estinian. Not Estinian, a Thancred.
Yeah.
Ha! I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. You know, various dragon bits cast off from them.
Sapience makes it tastier.
That's all the firewood you found, Alphino?
Listen, he's a little noble boy. You have to be nice to him.
You know, you can take off the spiky armor, Estinian. That can't be comfortable. Especially not when you're trying to eat through it. Few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with a kindling and a flint. How did you eat with that helmet on, Estinian? Seriously, it's blocking your mouth.
It's very thin soup. He used a straw.
Not really. He's got kind of a Batman thing going on with it.
'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Isael with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and, alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studio. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions.
Yeah.
We all of us are... Yeah, well, I'm not going to rub it in. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe? Estinian's not going to like that accusation. 'Twas only upon meeting Hresvelger that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetrating a needless war, or perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? Oh, he is coming around, all right. But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hresvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Alright, what do we got? Aiming, healing, casting. Well, that's worse than the Black Mage gear I've got on. I guess I could take it for Scholar when I get there. Yeah, let's take the robe of healing. Whenever you are ready, warrior of light, full eager am I to gaze upon this great worm. We must succeed in winning Hresvelgr to our cause. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. I trust you are well rested, Lore. Good. If we are to parley with Hresvelgr, we shall each have need of the full complement of our wits. Oh, hey, the reward for this one is pants.
The power of trousers compels me.
The campfire.
By the way, during that cutscene, my character was in fact saying in the kitty squat. Like there are I do have multiple poses, sitting on my butt like a normal person. But not that one, and that's the one they went with for the cutscene.
Fun. The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Koopa. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hresvelgr back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn.
Do as he pleases.
I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. Oh, the confidence. The faith. Whoa, I'm fast all of a sudden.
Mount speed in the churning mists has increased.
Oh, cool. Doot, 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 doot.
Chocobo summoning stone.
Somebody else who's at this point in the quest line. Cool.
No, they're probably here doing Moogle quests.
Fair enough.
The Moogle Bees tribe is like right around the corner from here.
Gotcha. Shall I pop back and turn in that bath quest?
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Keep getting the goddamn Ellison out.
keep telling you to like make a favorites list to get rid of it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to do that.
All the better for the rest of us.
Many thanks, brave adventurer. Finally, I can enjoy a bath without the smell of raw dragonfish assaulting my senses. Say, a dip in the waters might serve to freshen you up as well, Koopa. Well, don't I know it?
Again.
Yep, again.
The good news is every mount that you get will make it less common. So now you have even more reason to want to get to collect mounts.
Yup.
With, is it 164 now? I pretty much never get the mounts I don't like.
Oh, so you're not like a completionist collector.
Oh,
No, you're saying you almost never get the mounts. I thought you were, sorry.
yeah.
I misunderstood.
If current.
Either part.
So this is the place. It is time, Warrior of Light. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. Yeah, well, you guys can wait a sec while I poke this windstorm.
There's apparently one at 1,177 yards to the east.
Yeah, I think it's near-ish the level 55 dungeon, so we'll get there when we get there.
Ah, right. Yeah, I forgot we go that way.
Voiced cutscene, I believe.
Ooh. I'm not pressing holes in this thing or anything. It just makes this complicated noise when you blow into it a little.
Not the dude I'd expected.
Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude?
It's a good job. Good job. The echo allows us to understand other languages.
Well, this one's a kitty dragon.
Gracevelga.
Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Gracevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Oh, you didn't run any of this past Resvelger. Oh, boy. He's not going to be happy with you. Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Oh, this is not going to go over well. Oh, no. Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly, beguiled by the Dark One's lies. Oh, they've been working on this for a while, huh? They attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms, yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Yep, totally fake. Sorry. Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. Oh, that expression was rough. Oof.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
Cease thy kidding, mortal.
Very funny. I'm bowing.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death. Thou wouldst speak to me of peace? Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, then tell me thou deservest forgiveness.
Esk
1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. Hey, it's a Breath of the Wild mosaic.
It's kind of like Monster.
2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. "'Twas out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, the most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister Ratatoskr, the squirrel, into an
Yeah.
ambush and took from her that which he craved. Squirrel eyes, huh?
I mean, look, there are only so many names for mythical creatures.
Okay, I guess.
Oh, even in a conlang, you can tell the emotion in that.
Yeah. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elysian allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal.
This is really well presented.
Yeah. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. Oh, Nidhogg's a long boy, huh? But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my blood brother, my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall ne'er forget, e'en should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Oh boy, here we go. What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days, until people start using the correct till in their sentences. God damn it!
That's going to be a long time then.
That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with dragon kind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitor's progeny bear a trace of Ratatosker's essence. But a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, The seed lies within us.
Oh, this is interesting. 'Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring. Well, this is messed up. This is pretty cool.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
I don't think so, Isael. Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. "'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Radatosker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad?
So Dragonkind see all of their memories all at once, all the time. He's constantly experiencing that betrayal.
'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me.
Some good facial expressions on that dragon.
Yeah.
I was really wowed by Isael's facial expression earlier, complete with like the pupils like twitching as she was like comprehending.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great scene. They've really come a long way with the animations.
Yep.
You can say thank you, Hildebrand Quest.
But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Alright, bye. Well, that went nowhere.
I mean, you learned some stuff.
I meant like our goal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, we have accomplished jack shit today. What false god is this, Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Yeah, Esail, that's the folly a lot of primal summoners fall into. Glad you can keep up with the rest of us.
It's interesting, though, that she's able to question it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys told me last time that she didn't get tempered. She just summoned Shiva, who has not tempered anyone, apparently.
As far as we can tell. Like none of Shiva's followers have the telltale tempered symptoms.
Plus, it is a choice that the Primal seem to be able to make.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Yseal herself is the Primal, so, sort of.
Oh, right, she is the Echo. She can't be tempered.
Oh, yeah,
That's true.
Can I post something in Twitch chat that's funny? Sure, what is it? As predicted, Iceheart's faith in the worm was misplaced, which leaves us with but one recourse. You know I have the right of it, Warrior of Light.
Oh yeah, that also reminds me of a thing. Remember back when we were doing Coils of Bahamut? And we were talking about, it's kind of weird how Bahamut in this game is a villain, when usually he's a good guy in Final Fantasy games.
This is why.
Yeah, that was not the real Bahamut. That's just the primal version of Bahamut.
Sanctferum, by the way, you're mistaken there, because it's explicitly stated that the tempered sylphs are only tempered because they requested that Ramuh do it to them. He was fulfilling their request.
Of course, the tempered sylphs are also now trying to drag other sylphs into being tempered, so, They're like dragging other sylphs to Ramuh and saying, okay, now do it to this one.
Ignore the screams and begging. Just do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, the thing that I sent Bob. I love how embarrassing it is in Heavensward that you show up to Hraesvelga's party. Hraesvelga with a party of a precocious 12-year-old, a Stydian wildblood known dragon murderer, a woman who spiritually identifies as his dead wife and expects him to agree that she really is his wife in real life for real, and also his dad, but really tiny so he can't see him. And he has the extremely reasonable human reaction to this, which is get the fuck out of my house.
Yup.
Foolish mortal, cease thine kidding and leave mine abode at once.
Thou dost really suck.
I also just happened to, yesterday, find a really great meme about this part of the game, so I'll send that to Twitch chat too.
Sorry, I think Count Bob, not Saint Bob. That's all I talk about Saint Shiva.
Correct someone earlier. Esail isn't other kin, she's fact kin, actually.
That's actually a really cute little comic.
Let me see this. It's loading. Oh, I love it.
For those of you watching, but the comic is a picture of Stydian holding the eye of Nidhogg like it's a magic 8-ball and going, "Eye of Nidhogg? Should I embarrass Master Alphinaud in front of the Warrior of Light again?" Shake, 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 shake.
As if it was a magic 8-ball. I just like to imagine that, like, off screen, Nidhogg's just suddenly dizzy and he has no idea why.
Hraesvelga was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power, the will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said.
Oh, another fun thing about that. Hraesvelga only ever speaks the dragon language, which means there's only one audio track for him. Like, whether you're listening to this with English or Japanese audio, the dragons who speak in the dragon tongue just always sound that way. There's only one voice track for them because it's a foreign language.
Cool.
They don't need to record an English version of the dragon language.
I do believe they use English voice actors for it, though.
Can you imagine them recording an English version? It's just the dragon language with a southern Texan accent.
Yeah.
Oh, fall some owl. I can't do that. Akafa some owl.
Jeez.
All right.
So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Fending, maiming, striking, scouting. I will take the Dark Knight garb.
I'm very disappointed to take these trousers. Oh good, we're in a sanctuary so I can apply my glamour plate.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr.
Your elbows are just completely out in the open. Naked elbows. Why do you have your weenuses out?
But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
I mean, what option does he have, Isael? If the friendliest of the dragons is like, no, fuck off, what do you think the rest of them are going to be like?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him?
Well, you've got me.
Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible? But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
It sucks, Alphino, but I kind of agree with Estinian. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop killing and converting Ishgardians. And the people who wronged him are long dead. So he's just punishing people who had nothing to do with it. So really, I'm not opposed to killing Nidhogg.
Yeah, we don't have to kill the rest of the dragons.
Such is the way of things,
just,
I fear.
Just the one.
I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
Can you imagine Estinian with red armor?
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
That's some good voice acting.
Yeah. As I said, once the studio changed,
her.
it just...
Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Oh yeah, it did acknowledge that I did the Dragoon quest.
Also acknowledgement that you're a fucking badass. And so if we want to kill Nidhogg, throwing you at the problem is probably the best idea.
Oh, that's why we desynced a little, because I didn't get any comment about the
You
quest.
being the other Dragoon, yeah.
Yeah.
What false god is this, Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Oh, that's just repeating what she said earlier.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna have to leave her to her setting up squatters' rights.
Before we go, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
I'm in a leveling roulette dungeon, and one of the DPS is named Arania, and I can't tell if it's Homestuck or not.
Well, there's also a Final Fantasy XIII character named Arania.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Arania Highwind.
Yeah. I know, because whenever I just Google Arania, she comes up before the Homestuck Arania.
This one's named Arania Vanya.
That was a loud one.
Yeah, the cat was meowing while walking right past my mic.
One of my favorite things when I'm listening to a podcast is when one of the podcasters' cats just shows up and starts meowing. And they don't edit it out, and I'm like, hell yes.
Well, me and Minden may not be the Azure Dragoon, but we've got Azure Chocobos.
Yeah. The process of dyeing chocobos is so funny.
Just force feed them fruit.
Yeah.
It's like, hello Chocobo, I have 70 fruit that you need to eat.
Yeah.
No, you don't get breaks. Suffer.
You just have to wait for it all to digest.
Mm-hmm. No. The process of dyeing chocobo doesn't Baja. The process of murderous chocobos happens in Baja. Chocobos don't do the dyeing; they do the killing.
I've killed so many red chocobos in Bastia. Red chocobos, funny rock golems, a big woolly mammoth.
Mm-hmm.
It's that repeatedly.
Not to mention a whole cast of goofy characters.
charming.
Yeah, I love reading the logs you get on all of the bosses in Baja, because it's like, here's the backstory for this weird motherfucker who shows up at random sometimes in front of you.
I like the skirmish in Bosja where you're fighting a red mage, and then the red mage's like student steals the LB from him by just saying the incantation faster.
Yeah. Yeah, that gets that moment is very relatable, especially if you're doing later duty sports
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a certain character.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater.
Yeah.
Like my favorite ever moment of that was, there'll be nothing left of you but a smoking ribbon. It still used up the limit break, even though it never actually happened.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Bosja is going into Zadnor and having there be people that are desperate to get the notes and not getting them, and I'm just like, oh, I got those forever ago. Because I said Daddy Lion heart emoji and shout chat every time Lion showed up in the boss fight in Zadnor.
Oh my god, you know the one thing I've never done?
What?
I've never poked the lion.
Never poked the... You gotta make that an objective eventually.
Evidently.
You gotta specifically accept the duel just to poke the lion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't do enough Baja to ever like get a duel.
I've been like challenged and I've been like, I don't know this fight. No.
I've ended up in the running to be selected, but never quite selected.
I think you get like 99 lockboxes for winning one.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I did the most in Bosja was get shit to sell, like the fragments that you turn into lost actions. I just got loads of those, sold them on the market board, and made millions. And I'm just like, is this technically war profiteering?
I mean, it's not technically war profiteering; it just straight up is. Yeah, I remember making a lot of money that way in Eureka too, because like there's that one stage where you need to collect an absurd number of those, whatever they're called, to like make all of the different upgrades that you can get.
Just like the crystals.
Yeah, the crystal thingies. I forgot what they're called. Lithograms. Whatever.
Oh, logograms.
Logograms, yeah, because you need to craft, I think, 30 of them in order to like progress to the next stage of Eureka at one point.
Yeah,
and so you'll usually end up having like a 3 or 4 that you always use, then the rest of those you just sell them on the market board because someone else will either need them for to make their collection of lithograms, or they'll like use them for their own go-to set.
I got the armor, so I needed literally all of them. And then a friend who was going through Eureka wanted the armor, so I ended up buying them all for him.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It's like it cost me like $500,000, which, to be fair, I made back quite quickly, but still.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I will be right back myself.
Yeah, half a million gil is not much.
Yeah, making 500,000 gil in this game is not difficult.
Yeah.
You say that, but I'm 300 hours in and I've got 1.2.
Well, let me rephrase this. Making 500,000 gil when you're at the end game is not difficult.
Well, and also, like, you've been playing for, like, 300 hours in 4-hour bursts every week.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Still waiting for the game to really get its hooks in you, so that you're like, oh god, I need to play.
Yeah, you haven't even started doing any of the activities that like actually make you the money.
Yeah.
Like crafting or, doing high level dungeons and selling materials from them, or like finding rare pets or any of the things. Treasure maps. That's another moneymaker right there.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
those
Even low level treasure maps pay out a decent amount of change. Like especially the low level treasure maps, because they're so much rarer than the high level one.
Yeah.
Like if you find an 8-man level 60 map, that will make you probably like 3 million gil.
Damn.
So yeah, we don't need to teleport anywhere, Lord. The next stage of the quest is right at the bottom of this tower.
Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering where it was on my map. I could just jump off, couldn't I? Give in to the dark side and jump off to your death.
You can, in fact, well, not anywhere. Like there are some invisible ones, but you can jump significant chunks of it. Yeah, because of the quest, this is one of those things where because our quest wants us to follow the road, it puts check marks all along the road, so we can't just, cut straight to the end.
This is not the way. Where the hell am I going? Ah, there's the aetheryte.
Yeah, Danny left right as you came. Danny left right as you came back, so now he's got to catch up.
Yeah, he'll beat us around easy.
Yeah. Yeah, you can catch up on his own. We'll be right there.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I'm probably the most experienced, technically.
Yeah.
How many thousands of hours have you got in this game, Denny?
10.
Good lord.
I just actually put in my total play time, and my total play time is 127 days, 3 hours, and 46 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
Probably much higher.
I'm well over 300. I'd have to check. I can't check on this character, though.
I can check for this character, though.
I've got like 267 days in Path of Exile, so I feel you.
Yep. We'll go this way, I think. Yeah, we want
Aha! I was correct.
Oh yeah, I have made that mistake before, where if you take the left path, it looks like you can go both ways, but there's actually an impassable cliff that way.
Yeah, you mentioning the treasure maps. I'm still very pleased about when I managed to get a potted plant that sold for over 3 million.
How many polygons did it have?
It looks like a goobu. So I'm just starting to think I may have just been smuggling drugs.
Sometimes they'll add like in-game craftable furniture items that use like a Realm Reborn treasure map ingredients.
Yeah.
Just to incentivize, some amount of approach to old content.
I mean, it's not even like an incentive to... Oh yeah, I suppose they do sometimes introduce those after, but that like more often than not, all it is that like they add things to the game, the content becomes out of date, and like that stuff is still there. So if you want to get it, you've still got to just do the old content. There's just like no getting around it.
So are we eventually going to convince Law to do the agony of making a Zodiac weapon?
I want
wouldn't.
to.
I don't.
I want to see that.
I don't. I haven't done it.
Oh,
I look at
maybe-
relic weapon grind and I'm like,
Oh,
Ether
Ether Quest.
Ether current.
What's
I
that
do
one?
think that like doing the relic quests is like part of the experience. That
I have done like the first step of the A Realm Reborn relics quest,
I have
where you like get the materia and all that. And
Why do we have a
It's not
limit
bad.
break available?
because we're in a light party. All you need in order to have a level 1 limit break is 4 people, and for level 2, 8 people.
if you want to drop a limit break on this dragon, go ahead. Oh, no, too late. Next dragon.
Hey, I arrived in time for it to count me.
Nice. So how much of this Zodiac quest is streamable, do you think?
I mean, it's all streamable.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would end up. It would be a stream, is what it would be.
It would be what?
It would be a podcast stream, is what it would be. It would be you, me, and Danny. Like, we would want to like plan out a list of topics to discuss, because that's going to be the majority of the entertainment of the stream, while you are like grinding out, Amber or whatever in game.
You actually might quite like them.
I could be there too.
Yeah, Teddy could be there too.
Yeah.
I've been gone long enough that it's just like I'm not in the default group. I understand.
You're always welcome to rejoin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like you are in no way removed from this group.
Yeah, I know. I get you.
All right, we finally killed stuff.
Whatever can be taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I wager she went home on account of those troublesome Tulihans that are flapping about. If you slay 4 of them, that should secure a safe path, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you, Kupo. What about all the ones we just killed? Do those not count?
Nope.
I know that
we killed them before we got the quest.
Law, I have put in the group chat the Lilith rod with and without the glow, and next is the Stardust rod, which is what it looks like before it becomes the Lilith rod.
Oh, damn, that's... wow.
Yeah. That second one is kind of the what's the word I'm looking for? It's like
Iconic.
whenever you see black mages in like promotional art, they have that staff.
Yeah, it's the poster child.
It's the poster staff for black mages.
I actually use a version of that on my Black Mage.
Cool.
I suppose I would, if I'm going to be doing it with you, I'd probably go for the Paladin one, which is
That one's alright.
Excalibur and the Holy Shield becoming Katana, and I can't remember what the shield for that is.
Estinian, pray tell me I am wrong.
Laura, do this side quest with us first.
Too late.
I've already clicked it as well.
Too late.
Is that it?
Okay, well, I got surrounded by bugs, so I'm killing them. So I'm doing this quest for you. Sorry.
Excellent. Oh, shit. I got the notification Slay Tulihans in the middle of the cutscene.
I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
I guess we're getting the Enterprise out of mothballs.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
So I'll get the Scholar gear. Alright. Have you killed all the Tulahans? No, you have not. There's one remaining. Oh, hey, look, a Tulahan.
We can have the question now.
In Tulahan, the question.
Thank you. Now that the Tulahans are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong, Kupo? How many ether currents do we have left to find, do you think?
I think none.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the quest one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's just the one that's going to come from the MSQ.
Cool.
Wait, I'm missing one. Hide Your Moogles. Over by Zenith. I haven't done that one.
Oh yeah, that only just appeared now that we've done this bit of the MSQ.
Yeah, so we'll have to head over there before we go back to find Sid.
Yeah.
If our only remaining recourse is to violence, we shall seek out the swiftest path to victory. With every moment we hesitate, Ishgard's prospects grow bleaker. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie, and I can offer no better solution. Pray, consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I'm not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pro when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renette's Forum, Lord. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. Okay, back to Zenith.
You can use that teleport offer to teleport free.
Oh, earrings, lovely.
Maundering Moogle. Hide and seek seemed like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. I think you just got ditched, man. Now I just want to go home. Could you find the other 3 Moogles and tell them it's time to leave, Kupo? Alright, where could they be? Ah, there's one. I can't believe you found me. I'll find an even better hiding spot next time, Kupo. I don't think the Wandering Moogle even tried. I think he just stood there, or floated there, I guess.
The other one is on top of the right.
Aha.
You gotta go all the way around this cliff to come up it. Or just climb on top of the head of your Ellison mount. I got a little bit of a thunderstorm around.
You actually found me? Oh. Well, I suppose it's time to go home, Kupo. You weren't hiding. Man, this guy sucks at hide and seek.
The last one was somewhere up here.
To be fair, it would actually be a pretty good place for a hide and seek if it went for the fact they can all fly.
Emasculated Moogle. Oh no. I fell asleep in my hiding place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed. Unbelievable! You've already found all the Moogles? Finally, we can go home. I've never seen such skillful seeking in my life, Kupo. Man, not a lot of stress in Mogholm, huh?
Nope.
Sorry to make you find everyone. We usually don't hide this well. You'll be the first one we invite to our next game. Nope, no thanks.
I like how this game has several different flavors of, like, Fey creatures, Fey-ish creatures. Because, like, you've got the Sylphs, who are, like, all very, like, nature spirits and are, like, literally made of leaves. And then you've got the Moogles, who are, like, tricksters in their own little wax, fluffy way.
Yeah.
And so you just have, if you're looking for Fey bullshit, you have options in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we go, ha!
I'm in my selection thing, so I didn't see what you just did.
Here's the limit break.
Oh. Huh.
We're about to lose it by having someone teleport, so that they were with us, I think.
Intelligence is the Black Mage stat, right?
Yes.
Yes. To be fair, you didn't get jewelry when you got the gear up, so it might be useful.
Yep, it was better than what I was wearing.
Makes me wonder how I managed to get Black Mage to 90.
Where is it?
Excuse me.
This NPC here looks like he was trying to spell the word Belmont, and then died halfway through typing it, and just his face just fell on the keyboard.
Oh, I see where it is. Okay.
Belmont's an interesting surname because it's like surmised from Beaumont.
I know that they got the name Belmont from Belmondo, the French French actor's last name.
There's all sorts of funny language, and names are really interesting because as time goes on, they just get distorted in all sorts of ways.
Anyway.
When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Skysteel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Emmerich would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guarantee he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it! Count Edmond's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Manalaine is useful for once.
It is ass.
Yeah, while playing Castlevania lately, I've sort of started thinking it'd be really cool if they did like a collaboration with Konami and made basically the Belmonts into an aiming class, because you could have the whip as the long range weapon, and all the sub weapons as the skills.
Ooh.
To be fair, they wouldn't even have to do a collaboration with Konami to do that. They could just do that of their own accord.
Yeah.
True, but
You dipshit. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust. Who? In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. 'Twould seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Lore, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion.
You should talk to Otto right before you leave. He's not particularly important, but I kind of like his vibe as just like Emmanuel,
Completely done
like
with Emmanuel.
long-suffering boy servant.
When it comes to exchanging information of uncertain origin, Lord Emanuele is something of a prodigy.
just so gossip.
She'd have to
basically.
be. She'd have to be. He's got to be good at something. Alright, airship docks. Where am I teleporting to?
The astrology.
Ethereum Astrologicum?
Yep.
Oh, hey. Hey, Biggs and Wedge are here. If Ishgard comes under attack, we'll have to get out of the city pretty sharpish. Don't much like the idea of leaving a job half-finished, though. What's that? There are dragons coming. Sorry, can't talk now. Have to finish this job and get out of here. Alright, Sid. How you doing? Lore, Elfino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. Another wind barrier. You say it was conjured by Nidhogg. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, and we do not know how much longer. All right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Alright, to Skysteel, I guess. Ah, yes, the Skysteel Manufactory. As I recall, this workshop is primarily devoted to the construction of dragon-slaying weapons. The Ishgardians have granted us the use of a small corner of their workshop, all part of the agreement. I think you'll see we've made the most of this space. A rectangular ship that fills all of it.
So I don't know if you remember, but like Biggs and Wedge have actually been here for a while. We've passed through here a couple of times, and Biggs and Wedge have just been here at the workshop building a thing that we're about to use.
Oh, cool. They all want to build bigger, but we know where the future is headed. Our little project's just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and
Voiced
greatest feat of
Wedge.
engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Oh, it's a one-person ship. Well, that's not going to get Astidian and Alphino through.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own
Oh, maybe
for a
it's a
bit
two-person ship.
and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Just big sounds
Impressive
Irish.
little thing, isn't she? My
That's not
talent
what
for
I
ship
expected
design
Biggs
has
to
plainly
sound
rubbed
like.
off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed
it's
a
green in this
mechanism which
island.
converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
There you
The
boys.
design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Well, Astidian's waiting. Tataru!
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's up to the Sultana.
Ooh, interesting.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Wait, is Garland aware that the Sultana's alive? When did we fill him in on that?
We didn't, but you just heard about the Sultana, so he's probably like, okay, something's going on with Sultana, you guys help.
I'll also remember the fact that she was dead in the first place was kept hidden.
Oh, true. Right, forgot about that. I'm as intrigued as you, Lore. Shall we hear what news Tataru has brought us? Yes, absolutely. Speak, Tataru. General Raban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. And he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Lore. Pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Manacutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may, while Astidian waits, and waits, and waits. Tataru, have our friends of the congregation send a message to Astidian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light, 'tis past time Uldar was delivered from this darkness.
I forgot we haven't done this yet. I've got 3 different alts that are all right in the middle, so I always get a little mixed up about what we have and haven't done yet on these particular characters.
Pray return indeed. You heard of them making multiple of a thing? It didn't look like they'd made multiple of a thing. It looked like they'd made a prototype.
Yeah, we got here at the exact same time, despite taking different routes.
Maybe the extra time is what will let them make the other one.
Hey, you're looking better, Rabon.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain.
That's a
Thanks
cool
to
little design.
Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my
I
imprisonment.
like it. It's a good look.
Yes.
A little bit of pixelation on that cloak, but
Eh.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
that's very specific. That's very specific.
A
Medically
death-like
induced coma.
slumber?
But
This
it's
cannot be a
something that happens.
coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady in waiting, Meriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar.
Orion J's here and reacting and staying completely silent.
But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetrists, we'll have a fight on our hands.
Rabon's new voice actor is so much better.
Yes.
We must be prepared for the worst, and
And
being
Yukiri's new voice
short
actor
an
is a
arm,
bit
I thought it
hard-working.
wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours? Then I
Hell yeah,
pity
let's
the
do it.
bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friend.
I'm your
For
left-hand
Nanamo,
man.
And for Uldar!
Har har.
Nah, I'll give you that one.
Why are you nodding and walking away purposefully, Orion J? You contributed nothing to that discussion.
He listened.
This is his house now. He's like, he's let you in.
If one had chosen to entrap the Sultana in a death-like sleep rather than slay her, then one would surely also know of a means to rouse her from said state. There must be an antidote to this poison. Our target is Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Oh, we sure did. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Meriel is still in hiding there.
So a fun little fact from that exchange. Pippin made an offhand comment that the potion that was used on Sultana was like invented by the head alchemist. And from what I've been told,
That was actually part of a quest line in 1.0, if you were an alchemist in that game.
Oh, interesting.
So like a nice little callback to some 1.0 content.
That's pretty cool. Danielle. What are you yelling at, Dan? Mariel? Why, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. Who? It's the one closest to the market entrance. Once again, we get the answer on the first person we talk to, yet we still have to talk to the other people. God damn it, where is she? I will tear this place apart if I must. Easy now, General. We don't want her bolting down some other hole. Kiki-Poo! And what brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Mariel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. I suppose it was too much to ask that we stumble upon her buying fruit in the market square. Dulala in her horrible hat. Holy shit. Spotted Meadow.
I kind of like the
Oh
graphic
no,
on
my
the
video
hat.
is frozen. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, it
Yeah, it
froze on Danielle. Okay, so we didn't lose much time. Crap. I'm going to have to restart the stream. One sec, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, we should be back.
I'm getting adverts.
Cool.
Alright, the stream is now live for me.
Awesome. Okay.
In the little preview, I can see movement, so it looks like you're not frozen anymore.
Oh, come on, Twitch chat. Wake up.
Sank Ferrum says it's working.
Awesome. Okay, we're back. Alright, Spotted Meadow. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. Who are your masters? Search for Mariel. There is her house. There is her house. Probably. No, this is a merchant place. Maybe she's on top of the merchant place. No. Lost Lord in the Discord call. Hang on. Hang on. Discord's frozen. Lovely. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna finish this little part of the quest line. And then I'm gonna call it a stream so I can deal with my crappy computer. Sorry guys, I'll just search for Mariel. Finish this little part of the quest. And then be done. Hey, there she is.
Hey, you found us.
Hey, you're back.
You are Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Yeah, real convincing, Mariel. Oh, here's the pissed off big boy.
General Alden.
Surrounded
We'll have
now.
the truth from you, girl.
Those expressions are really good.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Oh, great. It's this asshole.
I miss Camp Clark.
And the servant's stupid hat.
Fast.
Yup.
She looks like a fucking garden gnome.
She's not a servant, she's one of the monitors.
A means to get his
She's like on Loreweaver's level.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Her hat.
When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn.
I wonder if that's
more pliable puppet to sit the
the girl
throne.
from the
Would have
Ladies'
caused
Day.
an uproar,
Yeah, I
of
was
course,
wondering
but
that
few
too.
could have contested her claim.
Yeah, well, remember the Little Ladies' Day holiday we did a couple weeks back?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That would be interesting.
Yeah, and like, of course, like Danny and I have played through this story before. So when we were doing the Little Ladies' Day, we were talking, going like, wait a minute, hang on.
Yeah.
'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan.
Oh, gee, you think, Lolorito?
I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
It's Raubon. How did you not know how he would react? Oh, wipe that stupid fucking grin off your face.
You conniving little worm. You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve.
Oh, that delivery.
Yeah.
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine.
With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a
You know, Loreweaver, the
disgrace
last
to your
person who pushed
homeland,
Raubon like
amongst
this got
other
cut in
things.
fucking half.
What was it he
Loreweaver
always
nearly
compared
did.
you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended.
So Raubon's gonna have to track him down. Great.
Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
What are you afraid of, Loreweaver?
Getting murdered?
If things were going your way, you wouldn't need to bring this proposal to Raubon. What are you afraid of?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teledji Adeledji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Loreweaver?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation.
This is interesting, but part of me is disappointed that they've backed off from killing Nanamo. Narratively, I mean. Like, it was such a good, shocking moment that led to such good, shocking moments. And the last, 5 hours of the story have been like, oh, she's alive. Whatever. She'll be fine. We'll figure it out. And now we're just getting the antidote handed to us.
I mean, we've still been dealing with the other consequences regarding to it.
Well, true, but still.
It doesn't help that it seems like one of the writers right now, at the point you are in the story, seems to like Loreweaver.
I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Loreweaver. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Raubon Alden, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
And they think that she can be manipulated so that she doesn't abdicate and she just gives up. Hey, get back here, hostage!
He's got tiny potato legs. He won't get far.
Or like just standing there vaguely A-posing like, God, can I go back to the... Can I go back to shitty Catholic France?
Yeah, but between Ul'dah and Ishgard, it's a competition. Like but they're both like just oh boy.
Yeah.
All the countries have issues, really.
You had killed the one you served. Pray excuse my mutterings. I was reminded of a line from an old poem.
So I looked this up because it was bugging me, and it's a quote it's a real-life quote from a historical samurai, and that was the poem he wrote as his suicide note when he was forced to commit seppuku after being betrayed and basically having his fort like held hostage, and he was told, it's like, you know what, you were useful, but your time is over, and so we're going to kill you unless you commit seppuku. And so he did that, and that was like how he went out with that line.
Oof. By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, of all people, would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana.
I mean, you were afraid of a bloodbath. The rest of us are disappointed. Yeah. I totally butchered that story, by the way, but like that.
No, I get the gist.
The gist of it.
You communicated it effectively.
Yeah.
Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Alright, yeah, that's where we're going to end it, because my computer's being a bastard, and I need to tend to it. I don't know if I'll be back on for Metroid Prime Remastered later. Depends on how my computer handles itself today. But
you'll be streaming from the Switch with that game, so hopefully it wasn't a problem.
Well, it still goes through the same capture card.
Oh, that's right. It does go through the same capture.
Yeah.
PS5, yeah.
Blue balling us on the antidote being applied.
We'll get there next time.
We'll get there next time, yeah. But better to do it next time when because like if we do it now, like
I think so,
I have this feeling that if we tried to do it now, it would freeze up again right in the middle of the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Before I go, before I lay out my schedule and go, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find either in the description of the YouTube video or with the ! Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon, and while I make enough to survive, I haven't been able to save up any money for most of a decade. I ended March with $15 in my bank account. If you could pledge, $1 a month, $1 per stream, however much you want to, even if it's just a little bit, it would help me immensely to build up emergency savings and have something in my bank account that isn't just being used immediately. You can set a limit of how many times you pledge per month. You can pledge once a month. You can pledge a certain amount, however you want to do it. But I appreciate every dollar I get, and I am very grateful to everyone who decides to send some my way. As for my schedule, I was going to do Metroid Prime Remastered today. That is probably not on the docket. Tomorrow will be Pyre at 2 p.m. EST. Monday will be The Walking Dead at 1 p.m. EST. Tuesday will be Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward at 1 p.m. EST. Then either Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to be helping my stepdad with something all day. So one of those days I will not be streaming. The other day will probably be Metroid Prime or something else. I could also do trophy hunting in Resident Evil 4 Remake, but nobody would watch that. Probably Metroid Prime. And then next Friday will be Signalis at 1 p.m. EST, and then Saturday will, of course, be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye!
Have fun.